Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We are in our little baby barn today. Sorry for the unsteady camera, I'm here by myself. But we're in the little baby barn today. And as you can see, we are here hanging with the baby chickens. And you'll notice I have a couple of different sizes. There's some bigger ones and some little ones. Okay, that's with silkies you can do that. Don't do that with others. But yes, so we're in here with the babies. And I want to start talking about raising little ones because raising little ones is not quite the same as raising adults. I might be a little bit biased, but there is nothing really as cute as all these little chicks, fluffy and sweet, running around. The sounds they make are adorable. Just take a listen. All the cheeping is just adorable. So even if you initially start with adults and have no intention of hatching chicks or raising little ones, most chicken keepers fall for the babies at some point. Okay, most of us will fall for them. It happens. Chances are you'll fall for them too. So you'll want babies. You'll need babies. You will have to have the babies. That's the way it's going to go. There are two basic ways to get babies. First, you can purchase your chicks from a hatchery or from a breeder, or your neighbor or whoever locally has chicks. In the spring, lots of people will have chicks. So you can get them from whoever has them. They're everywhere, literally. I mean, here they are anywhere. Just look around. Take a look online, take a look on your Facebook farm groups, whatever you have. Okay? They will definitely have chicks somewhere near you. But you might also want to hatch your own. You'll need fertile eggs if you're going to hatch your own. And if you have a rooster and laying hens, you can use your own eggs. So you can buy the hatching eggs from someone local or from a hatchery. We'll talk about that in a different video. But you can also just use your own eggs. Both of these methods will land you in the same place. You'll have little babies to care for. Maybe they'll be real tiny ones, like that little dark one. Or maybe they'll be a little bit older, like this white one. Actually, that's not a white. That's technically a paint. Looks white, I know, but there are a couple of splashes of color, and it's a paint, not a splash, because those bits of color are more defined. Can't really see much in the way of the color at this angle, but trust me, she's got a couple of spots. So, if you don't want the work and pressure of hatching chicks on your own, you can purchase chicks that are a day old or even a little bit older. So when I purchased these bigger ones, these were purchased. I didn't hatch these guys myself. So these big guys, I purchased them. They were about 3 weeks old. The little guys, there's about 3 of them in here. 4 of them? 3 of them, I think. Whatever. 3 of them. I bought 3. Sorry. I couldn't remember how many I bought. That happens. But the little guys, they were about 3 days old when I got them. So you can purchase them at a day old or a little bit older. Where you get them from is entirely up to you. Baby chickens. So you can get them from your local feed store. You can get them from random people on the internet. You can, you can order from a hatchery and have them shipped to you. There's a lot of ways. So it kind of depends on if you are looking for a specific breed or not. Okay? Now, if you're going to your local feed store, sometimes they'll have them labeled as breed specific. The thing you should be wary of is they're often mislabeled. So at your Tractor Supply or whatever, those chick days where they have the baby chickens, they're often mislabeled. Okay, so they'll not necessarily be the breed you thought they were. So you might think you're getting one breed and it turns out you're getting something else entirely. This happens a lot with Araucanas. Labeled Araucanas, turns out they're Easter eggers. So just be aware when you are buying at your local farm supply store during their chick days that there's a good chance you're not going to get what you thought you were going to get. So another option, especially if you're looking for a specific breed, is local breeders. They are often hatching and selling chicks during the spring and summer. You might even have a hatchery close to you where you can pick up young chicks. Picking up chicks from breeders and hatcheries is by far the best option if you're not going to hatch them yourself. Okay, by far. You definitely would rather avoid having them shipped across the country if you can. I mean, obviously, shipping chicks is a possibility, but you should rethink that, especially if you haven't received live chicks before. Wait till you have a little bit more practice, okay, with chicks before you go ordering them and probably losing a whole bunch. Okay, so just be aware that shipping chicks is not necessarily the best idea. Hi, tequila. So sometimes getting chicks locally isn't going to happen though. Okay, especially if you want rarer breeds. Like I get these from my best friend hatches these for me right now because my incubators aren't set up because we just moved here. So my best friend has been hatching chicks for me. So, you want 6 now, you want 3 now, you want, whatever, it doesn't matter. So she's been hatching them for me and she's going to continue to do so till my incubators are up and running in the next couple of weeks. But if you can't find the breed you want locally, you may need to have them shipped in. I know I just said don't do it, but if you want a specific breed and they're not available where you are, you're going to have no choice. So what you want to do is pick a solid hatchery with a good reputation. Ask people you trust which hatcheries ship the healthiest and most robust chicks. Okay? These guys are cute, huh? You want to go with a hatchery that always sends a few extra chicks to account for losses. But remember, losses aren't a foregone conclusion. If the chicks are packed well and handled gently, they may all arrive alive. But it's also possible that they won't be. So you do need to be prepared to lose some. Even when you're hatching your own, you lose some. So when you're shipping them and they're stressed, and yeah, there's a good chance you're going to lose them or lose some. So take gentle care of the ones that you have shipped because they are going to be very, very stressed. Give them electrolytes in their water. They'll rebound. They should be okay. But just be aware that shipped chicks, yeah, they may have problems. So my best friend now lives about an hour away from me, so she packs these carefully in her car and drives them. Okay? She's very, very gentle with the chickens. So these are from her, and she's hatching me some more as we speak, and the little guys that just went back under the heat plate are also from her. There's one. The other 2 are still under there. So yes, you'll notice, I will talk about brooding in a later video, but you'll notice I'm using this as a brooder. I will put a link to it on Amazon because I think it's amazing. I love using this. And I do recommend heat plates over heat lamps just because of the fire risk. And you shouldn't be really brooding your chicks in a really cold area anyway. So this heat plate just gives them a little extra heat. I will talk about that kind of stuff in a later video. Today I just wanted to talk about where you should get your chicks. So ideally, locally, if you have to have them shipped, be careful. Go with a reliable hatchery that has a good reputation for the chicks arriving all in one piece. All right? That is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Let's take another close look at these guys. Look how they're maturing. One of the little tiny ones is there too. And we will see you all tomorrow.